This is ChestertonRadio.com.
And here's the cinnamon bear.
Judy and Jimmy, with their friends Cinnamon Bear and the Crazy Quilt Dragon, have made a marvelous discovery. As you'll probably remember, they're still in the Golden Grove, where they were supposed to find an important clue under the singing tree. But that was practically impossible because all the trees in the Golden Grove looked exactly alike. Too tired to look further, they fell asleep. And when they awakened, they discovered they'd been napping right under the very tree they were searching for. And that wasn't all they discovered, for right beside them stood an enormous silk hat with windows and a door in it, and pinned to the door a note which Jimmy is about to read. Let's listen.
Bless my stuffing, but I'm getting curious. What does it say, Jimmy?
Well, it says, no trespassing unless you are Judy, Jimmy, Cinnamon Bear, and the Crazy Quilt Dragon.
My, this is interesting indeed.
I'm going to open the door. Oh, look.
Very comfy looking, I'd say, at a quick glance.
My. 4 chairs, each by a window. Stylish stuff, all the trimming.
And look, 3 are just our size, and 1's big enough for Crazy Quilt.
It's an awful nice place to sit, all right. But I don't see what this has to do with getting the star put back together again.
Wait. Here's another note on one of the chairs.
Read it, Patio Cinnamon.
Okay. Very interesting indeed. It's from Melissa, just as I thought. Dear friends, the flying hat will take you out of Maybeland to a place where you should have no trouble getting your precious silver star mended. When you are ready for the flight, just say, Topper, Topper, off we go to the land of ice and snow. Ask the first person you meet where to go to find Nicky Frudel. Lots of luck, Melissa. Wait, here's a P.S. Do not be afraid of the flying hat. It is equipped with the very best Maybeland motor.
Oh, this is awful exciting. But I wonder why we have to go to a land of ice and snow to get the silver star fixed.
It is indeed mystifying, but undoubtedly Melissa has some definite reason for sending us there.
Well, I don't want to rush you, but we're wasting time. Suppose we just do as Melissa says and get going.
Always the practical man of affairs, Jimmy. Let us go indeed.
I'll say the rhyme that Melissa told us to use to make the flying hat go. Everybody ready?
Surest thing you know.
Indubitably.
What?
Just skip it.
Topper, topper, off we go to the land of ice and snow.
We're going right up.
We're going up. Oh, boy, this is swell.
Oh, boy, we're way over the tops of the trees already.
And look, the Golden Grove looks just like a lot of melted butter.
Always thinking of your tummy. No mind for finer things.
Look, I bet that's the end of the Golden Grove.
Yes, and beyond it, I can't see a thing. Can you?
The Wintergreen Witch knew what she was talking about when she said that abyss was bottomless. Why, the closer we get to it, the bigger it looks. If she ever dropped the pieces of our star in there, goodness knows where they'd stop. Probably keep right on falling.
And speaking of falling, we're right over it now.
Goodness, suppose we fall.
Oh, quit your worrying. Melissa said this flying hat was equipped with the best Maybeland motor, didn't she? Well, I'll bet on Melissa any day. She's swell.
You know, it may be just imagination, but I feel distinctly cold. What about you?
Oh, I do feel sort of chilly.
Well, now that you mention it, my stuffing feels a little bunchier than usual, and that always means it's cold.
Say, I see something white ahead. Why, I bet that's the snow country.
Right as usual, Jimmy. It's just as white as can be.
I wonder what we're supposed to do there.
You know, what I'm wondering about is this flying hat. What do we do to stop it?
Oh, I rather think it will stop of its own accord.
Yes, but when? For all we know, it'll just keep right on flying and flying and flying.
Oh, you know motors just can't keep on going forever. You gotta put something in them.
Anyway, Melissa's note said the flying hat would take us someplace. And you know Melissa always tells us the truth.
Oh, look. We're going down. Here we go.
We're going to land on a hill.
Oh, yes.
Come on, let's get out.
Well,
Isn't it cold?
You bet. Gee, I wish I had my sweater.
I could use my green flannel underwear right now.
I'm a bit afraid my crazy quilt colors will get frozen blue.
Look at the flying hat.
Why, it's tipping itself, just like it was saying goodbye.
Oh, look, now it's flying off.
Yes. Well, there's no doubt about it. This is where Melissa meant for us to come.
Look, everybody. Isn't that a palace?
Anyway, a mansion. But it's a good piece down the hill.
Gee, I wish I had a toboggan. That'd take us there in a jiffy.
Well, what do we need with a toboggan? Here's Crazy Quilt. Come on, Crazy Quilt. Justify your existence.
Oh, me, just a vehicle. That's me, always doing a bit of transportation.
Poor Crazy Quilt. You don't have to if you don't want.
Oh, no. Oh, no, I was just grumbling. Tobogganing is what I've always longed to do. Climb on. Oh, just a minute till I tuck my legs under me. Yes, there, that's right. Now, off we go.
Oh, my. I got snow down my neck.
Hey, I got snow all the way down my back.
Yes.
I feel like a cinnamon bear frozen pudding for sure.
Let me dust the snow out of your fur, Patty, dear.
Thank you, Judy. Just a little patch back on my left shoulder blade. Thanks a lot.
Say, here's a flight of steps. I didn't see them when we landed.
Nor I, but I arrived head first. Oh, I slipped. Why, they're made of ice.
I think I see something over there. It looks like a snowman.
Why, it is a snowman. Bless my crazy quilt, Aunt. He's wearing a silk hat, carrying a cane, and has a cigar in his mouth.
Yes, and look at his nose. It seems to be a regular red Christmas tree light.
We ought to speak to him. Remember, Melissa said to ask the first person we met about somebody called Nicky Frudel?
Uh-huh. Excuse me, Mr. Snowman.
I'll excuse you anything your little heart desires, my little sunbeam.
I mean, I beg your pardon, but...
Likewise, I will pardon you. Anything for a lady.
Well, do you know somebody called Nicky Frudel?
Nicky Frudel. Let me see. Yes. You must mean Nicky Frudel. Nice chap, Nicky. Yes, indeed. Very nice. Used to play a bit of snow tennis with him. Fine game, snow tennis. You don't play it at all like lawn tennis. Not at all. Grasping the racket firmly twixt thumb and index finger, you essay to strike the pellet.
Yes, but... My goodness, Judy. His nose is turned from red to green.
Bless my stuffing, it's just like a stop-and-go light.
How come this change of color, friend Snowman?
Glad you asked me about that, my friend. Glad you asked me. Just a gadget I rigged up last year. Quite a novelty, if I do say so myself. I was directing traffic up to the Winter Sports Carnival. Glad you like the little knick-knack? Yes.
Look, his nose has changed to red again.
But despite the changeability of your olfactory organ...
My goodness, why does Crazy Quilt have to talk like that?
Showing off, that's all. He's just showing off.
Well, we are beginning to partake of the frigidity of this northern climate and would be guided to the vicinity of one Nicky Frudel.
Who?
Nicky Frudel.
Oh, yes. Didn't you mention him a while ago?
Sure we did.
I thought the name sounded familiar.
Well, where is he? Where can we find him?
Oh, so you want to meet him, eh? I don't blame you, my friends. Nice fellow, Nicky. Used to play a bit of snow.
Yeah,
tennis.
we know. Snow tennis.
Yes. How things do get around. And who told you that, my little icicle?
Gee willikers, you just told us that yourself just a minute ago.
So I did. Well, my little lad, you may enter the presence of Nicky Frudel by going up those steps and ringing the bell.
Look, his nose has changed from red to green again. Well, we've got the green light. Let's go.
With the greatest of pleasure.
You might bring me back a strawberry snow cone on your way back.
All right, we will if we find one.
This is awful hard to get up. The steps are so slippery.
Ouch. You're telling me? I got a dent in me stuffing.
Yes, I, too, feel a certain lack of celerity in our ascent.
Oh, boy, here I go.
My, back so soon. Where's my strawberry snow cone?
Oh, come on, everybody. Let's make it this time. 1, 2, 3, go.
Yes.
Oh, come on. Wait for me, Jimmy.
Mind your step now, Judy.
Oh, dear. All these steps I must watch. Oh. Come on now.
Okay. How do you do?
How do you do?
You must be Judy, Jimmy, the Cinnamon Bear, and the Crazy Quilt Dragon. Oh, I've been expecting you for some time. Won't you come in?
Much obliged to you.
Thank you very much. Are you Nicky Fruitle?
I am. Excuse me while I close the door. It's pretty cold outside. Gee, it's lots warmer in here, all right. We've been kind of chilly out there. We're not exactly dressed for it like you are in all that white fur.
I don't mean to be rude, but you look like us, and yet you don't.
Oh, I'm an elf.
Oh, well, Queen Melissa of Maybeland sent us in a flying hat to see about getting our beautiful silver star put together again. And she said we were to see you.
Well, that's right, Judy. But Melissa meant for me to take you to somebody else, and he'll help you. Will you please follow me up the hall?
Yes.
Gee, that's a big door. The gentleman Melissa has arranged for you to meet is waiting for you in his private office at this very moment.
My goodness, who is it, Nicky Fruitle?
Why, didn't you know? It's Santa Claus.
Santa Claus? I had an idea that's who it was going to be all the time, but I wasn't quite sure. And now that I know, I'm certainly going to be on hand next time when Judy and Jimmy meet him. Yes, sir, a visit with Santa Claus is one thing I couldn't miss.
This is Chesterton Radio, your home for podcasts of works by G.K. Chesterton, plus drama, comedy, mystery, science fiction, big bands, and much more. The soundtrack to your Chesterton day at chestertonradio.com.
J-E-L-L-O! The Jell-O program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston and Phil Harris and his orchestra. The orchestra opens the program with Life Begins at Sweet 16 from Scandals. On one of our recent programs, we said the Jell-O was delicious, served perfectly plain. Well, it seems that one of our listeners objected to that, for she wrote in and said, there's no such thing as plain Jell-O. The shimmering mold of Jell-O in any one of those 6 beautiful colors just simply can't be plain. Well, of course, she's right about that, but what we meant was this. You don't have to add anything to Jell-O to make it delicious. You can serve it without any special dressing up, and you'll have a grand dessert every time. For Jell-O brings you delicious extra-rich fruit flavor that rivals the flavor of the fresh, ripe fruit itself. But whether you serve Jell-O plain or with fruits, nuts, or whipped cream, you'll always find it makes a grand dessert. So insist on genuine Jell-O. Don't accept any substitutes. For there's only one Jell-O, and only Jell-O brings you that special extra-rich flavor. Look for the big red letters on the box. They spell Jell-O. Was Life Begins at Sweet 16 from Scandals. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you that all-around swell guy, a man I'm proud to call my friend, one of the sweetest fellows that I've ever been associated with, Jack Benny.
Thank you. Well, Jell-O again. This is Sugar Benny talking. And, Don, tell me, what happened? My goodness, what's come over you?
Oh, nothing, Jack, but after 3 years of working together so harmoniously, I feel that you deserve such a tribute from me.
Oh, I see, Don. It took you 3 years to get that old feeling. Are you sure you had no other reason for that lovely eulogy? I mean, no ulterior motive?
Oh, no, Jack. I've always been very fond of you and regard you as a real pal.
Oh, then the fact that there are only 12 more shopping days till Christmas had nothing to do with it? Huh?
Absolutely not. I like you whether you buy me a gold cigarette case with my monogram on it or not.
Then you weren't hinting or anything?
No, Jack, I swear it on a box of Jell-O.
What flavor?
Raspberry.
I thought so. I knew there was a reason for those sugary sentiments. Oh, hiya, Phil.
Hello, Jack, old boy. Glad to see you, baby.
Baby? He likes me, too. You know, folks, it's funny how the Yuletide season can put wings on a rat. So you're glad to see me, huh?
Yes, Jack, and I never saw you looking better. Boy, you look like $1 million.
Oh, I do, huh? Well, I'm not going to spend any of it, so don't be so complimentary. You and Don have become great fans of mine all of a sudden.
Jack, I always thought you were a great guy and a very talented artist.
Then why didn't you tell me?
What for? You know it.
Oh, that's right.
And furthermore, that compliment I paid you had nothing to do with the Christmas present.
That's a lie.
It is not.
Then take an oath.
All right. May I almost drop dead if I'm lying.
That's fine, Phil. I'm going to nearly give you a present.
Well, practically, thanks.
Let me tell you something, Phil. The way you've been acting this past year and your general attitude toward me, I wouldn't spend over 50 cents on a gift for you.
You wouldn't spend over 50 cents on New Year's Eve.
Why, I would, too.
You'd have to get cockeyed first.
Well, a little anesthetic helps. Anyway, I'm too smart to be fooled by you guys, you and your false compliments.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, honey bunch.
Honey bunch. Well, I suppose I'm a swell guy. You're glad to see me, and I look like $1 million.
You took the words right out of my hint.
Oh, I see. Why don't you ask me for a kiss now? Go ahead. It's near Christmas. You ask me for a kiss, and I'll turn you down so fast it'll make your head swim.
That's more than your kiss would do.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not so bad. How about the other night in the Trocadero when the lights went out?
Was that you?
Yes.
Then I apologize.
Oh, you apologize. Well, you wouldn't any other time. Why is it that you and Phil and Don are always so sweet to me right before Christmas and so nasty the day after?
Look at the presents you give us.
Well, what am I supposed to do, spend a fortune on gifts for this bunch?
No, but you're not supposed to win them on a punch board.
A punch board?
Yes.
Say, if I can pick up a star sapphire for $25, I'm going to do it. Anyway, I like a little action when I spend money. I like to gamble.
You like to gamble.
You know I do. Didn't I try to make a bet with you on the Rose Bowl game?
I'll say you tried.
Well, why didn't you take him up, Phil?
He only wanted California and 87 points.
I did not. Mary was standing right there with me in front of the Brown Derby when I suggested the bet. What did I say, Mary?
I don't know. I was flirting with a sailor.
It's a fine thing, a girl like you standing on the street flirting with a sailor. You didn't even know his name.
I did, too.
What was it?
SS Wyoming.
Oh, well, you must have seen it someplace. Anyway, Phil, if you still want that bet, you're going to have it.
Go on, I only bet with gamblers.
Oh, I suppose I'm not. Well, around O'Farrell's pool room in Waukegan, I was known as Nick the Greek. Yes, sir.
Is that true, Jack?
Why, Don, I used to bet 10, 15 cents on the turn of a card. And if I lost, ishkabibble. You can't help yourself, Don. I'm a gambler, and it's in my blood.
Some gambler. He plays a slot machine with an axe.
I do, huh? To hear this gang talk, you think I was a regular miser. I'm not afraid to part with my money.
Then why do you keep a police dog in your pocketbook?
A police dog? Now, that's just trying to be funny, that's all. I'll show you. Now, look, folks, here's my pocketbook. You can see for yourself. Is there a police dog in it? I've been trained. Oh, the low, underhanded trick. Play, Phil. Now, come clean, Mary. Did you have anything to do with this? very nice. That was Dipsy Doodle, played by Phil Harris and his orc.
Orc?
Yes, we've got a long program tonight, Mary, so I'm abbreviating. Anyway, it was very good, Phil. I thought that number was terrific. Really, coloss.
Thanks, Jack. I appreciate that.
That's the idea, Phil. You saved us half a sec there. Didn't he, Mary?
Oh, but death.
Well, Livy, that's co-oping.
Jack, is our program really so long tonight?
I'm afraid it is, Don.
I see. Ladies and gents, when you're out shopping for an econom dessert, go to your Nabe Gross and consider Jell-O.
Very good, Don. Very good.
It comes in 6 delish flavors: straw, rasp, cherry, or lemon lum.
Lum?
He forgot Abner.
Quiet. Huh?
So remember, folks, none is gin without the big red lets on the B.
That was swell, Don. Let's give him a hand, fellas. That's enough. That's enough. Well, we must have saved about an hour and a half there. And now, folks, for our feature attraction of the evening and dramatic highlight, Kenny Baker will walk in late as usual.
I'm not late. I was sitting here all the time.
You were? Then why didn't you speak up?
Because I didn't feel like it, that's why.
What's the matter with you, Kenny? You're still fighting with your girl?
Yes. Darn that love life of mine.
Well, it's interfering with your work, and I won't put up with it. Now what happened?
Oh, I went over to her house last night, and when I got there, I found another fellow sitting on the sofa with her. And she said it was her brother.
Well?
And she was kissing him.
Well, that's no crime. A girl can kiss her brother, can't she?
Not like that.
Well, Kenny, she's got another fella. Maybe your technique is wrong. Don't you ever bring her a present or anything?
Oh, sure. Every time I go to see her, I bring a package of gum. I give her 2 sticks, and I take 2 sticks.
Then what?
We chew like the dickens.
Well, that must be exciting.
I'll bet when the flavor's gone, he goes home.
Yeah. Imagine them sitting there, each chewing 2 sticks of gum. What happens to the extra stick, Kenny?
The other guy gets that.
Well, you're too generous. I'll tell you what you do, Kenny. Why don't you buy her a nice gift for Christmas, you know? Something she can use, like perfume or stockings.
Stockings?
Yeah.
Gee, I'd be ashamed to ask for those.
Oh.
If you're afraid, Kenny, I'll buy them for you.
No, I'll buy them. It might be a thrill.
Sure it will, Kenny. You'll get a kick out of it. And now, folks, now that Kenny feels better, he's going to sing one of the, Pardon me, come in.
Special delivery for Jake Benny.
Right here, boy, and my name is Jack.
Glad to know you. Mine's Harry.
Harry, that's a fine name with that bald head of yours.
You should see my chest.
Well, button your shirt and give me that letter.
Here you are. Goodbye.
Who's the letter from, Jack?
Wait a minute. It's from, Hey, Mary, this letter's for you. It came in care of me.
Let's have it. Oh, Jack, it's from my mother.
You haven't opened it yet. How do you know?
She makes her own postage stamps.
Oh. Well, let's hear what the old comedian has to say.
Read it, Mary. I think your mother's a riot.
Yeah, go ahead. We haven't got all night.
Okay. Plainfield, New Jersey, December 10th. My dear daughter, Mary, I haven't written you in some time as I've been busy preparing for the holidays. I received your letter and thanks very much for the check. It would have come in handy, but the landlord grabbed it on the first bounce.
Well,
right now, we're having a siege of 0 weather here in Plainfield. It has been so cold the last 2 weeks, your father hasn't taken a bath since June.
June? My.
Last Monday was the coldest day of the year. It was so bad we had to milk the cow with an ice pick.
Boy, that is cold.
Your Uncle Julius...
What is it, Mary?
Oh, Dex, this is a scream.
What?
Your Uncle Julius was showing off yesterday.
Well, go on, Mary. Read it.
Your Uncle Julius was showing off yesterday and went outdoors without his earmuffs.
Yes?
So today he's going out without his ears.
Well, it serves him right.
This caused a lot of trouble, as now we have to glue his glasses on.
I bet he looks funny at that, huh?
Your cousin Otto was visiting us over the holidays, and he still walks in his sleep. So for Christmas, we are giving him pajamas with a cane to match.
Oh, well, that was thoughtful, I think.
Tell Jack we bought him a beautiful Christmas present, too.
Well.
We are sending it COD, as Jack always likes to know what things cost.
I hope it's something cheap.
Must close now, so Merry Christmas to you, Don, Phil, Kenny, and Nick the Greek. As usual, your mother.
As usual. Well, that was all right. Mama's still up to par there. No
Well, say, Jack.
Yes, Don?
It's getting rather late now. What kind of a play are we going to do tonight?
Oh, we won't have time for that, Don. Besides, I've got to get all my Christmas shopping done. I've been putting it off, and today I'm going to do it.
There goes $8.
I wish that was all. Don, announce Kenny's song and give him a good build-up, will you?
Sure, I'll handle it.
Can I go with you, Jack? I got a lot of shopping to do, too.
Okay, come along, Mary. So long, fellas.
Goodbye, everybody.
Are you ready for your song, Kenny?
All set.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Baker, the tenor of the Jell-O Show, will sing Am I in Love from Mr. Dodd Takes the Air, accompanied by Phil Harris and his Jell-O Orchestra, which comes to you through the courtesy of Jell-O. Boy, what a break. Sing it, Kenny.
My temples tingle every time we meet. My heart goes pitter-patter, then seems to miss a beat. I've been writing and reciting poetry all day. What can it be? If you ask me, I really couldn't say. Am I the victim of the thing that makes a tiger tender as a dove? There must be something wrong with me, I know, for I'm behaving like a raving Romeo. Am I in love? Am I the victim of the magic of the moonlight and a million stars above? Am I in love? I only wish I knew. But if I am, then I'm in love with you.
That was Am I in Love, sung by Kenny Baker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we take you to one of Hollywood's biggest department stores, where we find...
Gee, this store is crowded. Everybody pushing and shoving. Here, give me your hand, Mary.
Let go of me. My name's Tilly.
Oh, pardon me, lady. Mary, where are you?
Over here in men's garters.
Well, take them off and stick to me. Now, let's see. What's first on my list? 4 shirts, 6 handkerchiefs, 3 pair of socks, 2 hand towels. Oh, darn it, this is my laundry list. I sent some stuff out this morning.
I thought you did your own.
I was too busy this week.
Oh.
Anyway, I know what I want. Now, let me see. First, I want to get a little gold-plated keychain for Phil.
Yeah, there's something he doesn't need.
He does, too. He always carries a lot of keys in his pockets.
That guy knows more doors.
Yeah.
Here's the counter right over here.
Oh, yes. Pardon me, sir. I'd like to buy a chain.
Dog, watch, or Daisy?
look, I want a keychain, for keys.
How about a nice fountain pen?
I don't want a fountain pen. I want a chain.
How can you write a letter with a chain?
Now, look, young man, I don't want to write a letter.
Oh, you don't, eh?
No.
Guys like you that cause all the trouble in this country.
What trouble? Now, wait a minute. Do you want to sell me a chain or not?
I wouldn't sell you a chain if you were an elk's tooth.
Oh, come on, Mary. Let's go.
Why don't you take the fountain pen, Jack? Phil could lead the orchestra with it.
All right. How much is that fountain pen?
$4.
All right, here you are. Wrap it up, and I haven't got all day.
Okay.
Fresh guy. Hey, what's the idea of wrapping that pen in a blotter?
It leaks a little.
$4 for a leaky pen. I ought to have you fired.
You can't do it.
Why not?
I don't work here.
It's a fine store.
Let's go to the toy department, Jack. I want to get some dolls for a couple of kids I know.
Yeah, I wonder where it is. Wait here, Mary. I'll ask the floor walker. Pardon me, sir. Could you direct me to the toy department?
The toy department? Yes. You take the elevator
Where's the perfume counter, please?
2 aisles to the right, madame, and straight ahead. Now, what was it you wanted?
The toy department.
Oh,
please.
yes, the toy department. You take the elevator.
Excuse me, where do I get Christmas cards?
3rd floor, center aisle.
Thank you.
Now, let's see. You wanted...
The toy department, please.
Oh, yes. Excuse me. You take the
Oh,
elevator.
floor walker, have you seen my little boy?
Madam, I've seen thousands of little boys.
Well, that's not the one. Goodbye.
Now, look, mister.
Oh, pardon me. You wanted lampshades, didn't you?
No, I wanted toys. The toy department.
Oh, of course. Now, you take the elevator.
I've taken it 3 times already. My goodness.
Well, don't get huffy about it.
I'm not getting huffy, and I don't want any back talk. Got a good mind to report you. What's your name?
Woo-Woo Smith.
Oh.
Hey, Jack, I found out where it is. It's on the 4th floor.
Okay, Mary, let's take the elevator. Now, stay close to me.
Oh, Jack, look. There's
What?
Kenny over by the ladies' hosiery counter.
Oh, he finally did it. Where? Oh, yeah.
Look at him blushing.
Let's sneak over, huh?
Now, young man, for the 10th time, what do you want?
Well, Oh, you laugh.
Oh, come on now, please. I'm very busy.
All right, I want a pair of stockings.
What kind?
For legs.
Hello, Kenny.
Oh, hello, Jack. Boy, what I've just gone through.
Well, come along with us. We're going up to the toy department. You can get the stockings later.
Okay.
And here's the elevator, Jack.
Yeah.
Going up. Watch your step, please.
Let's get in quick. It's awfully crowded here.
Hey, you stop pushing.
I'm not pushing, lady. I'm just trying to get in the elevator.
Well, you don't have to get rough about it, you communist.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's all you can expect from a guy that drives a Maxwell.
I'll ignore that. Oh, Kenny. Kenny. Hey, Mary, we lost Kenny.
We did not. I'm standing on him.
Standing on him?
Yeah.
Going up. Hang on to your hats.
Darn store.
2nd floor. Flat iron, sofa pillows, submarines, aspirin tablets, and horseradish. Going up.
Say, boy, this elevator's awfully crowded, isn't
You
it?
should see it on bank night.
It sure is packed.
Breathe in, Jack, so I can breathe out.
Quiet.
3rd floor. Stuffed furniture, stuffed owls, stuffed celery, and stuff.
Stuff?
Next stop, Albuquerque.
What is this, a train?
I think so. I got a cinder in my eye.
That's my heel.
4th floor. Darning needles, knitting needles, hypodermic needles, and Needles, California.
Aren't the toys on this floor?
There must be. This is the end of the line.
Come on, Mary and Kenny.
Going down, all aboard.
Mary, get away from those tracks. Now, let's see. Where are the toys?
There's the floor walker. Ask him.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me, sir. Where's the doll department?
The doll department?
Yes.
You won't tell anybody, will you?
No. You can trust me.
The 3rd aisle to the left. Center section. Look for the lady in black.
Gee, everybody's nuts around here. I don't know.
Can I help help you, sir?
Yes, ma'am. We're looking for something in dolls.
Oh, we have a lovely assortment. Now, here's an original Shirley Temple doll. Oh, gee, that's cute, Jack.
Yeah.
When you lay it down, here's what happens.
Oh, isn't that marvelous?
Oh, she says the same thing every time.
What do you want from a doll? The Gettysburg Address? That isn't what I want anyway.
Look, Jack, here's a nice one. Popeye the Sailor.
That's Popeye.
If you're looking for a novelty, here's something brand new this year. An Andy Devine doll.
An Andy Devine doll? Gee, Mary, it does look like Andy. Curly hair, big smile.
Baggy pants and everything.
Yeah. How does it work, miss?
Well, you wind it up like this and he talks. Listen.
Hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck.
Oh, isn't he cute, Mary?
Oh, he's
Hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck.
Oh, it's all run down. Wind it up again, Mary.
Woo-hoo-hoo, that tickles.
Hey, Kenny, have you seen this doll that talks?
It does?
Yeah.
Hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck. Hiya, Buck.
Hello, Andy.
Hiya, Kenny, hiya, Kenny, hiya, Kenny, hiya, Kenny. Blah.
Well, that's the most marvelous thing I've ever seen. I'll take this one, miss.
Oh, Jack, look at Santa Claus over there sitting in that sleigh.
Gee, he's all dressed up in red.
Let's go over and see him. He looks so fat and jolly. Come on, we'll talk to him, huh?
Oh, this ought to be fun.
Gee, I'm scared.
Funny, I feel just like a kid again.
Go ahead, talk to him, Jack.
Oh, I don't want. He might ask me if I've been a good boy.
Oh, go on, Jack.
All right. Hello, Santa Claus.
Hello, stranger.
Hey, Schlepperman.
Quiet, I'm Kris Kringle now.
Well, tell me, Schlepp, how do you happen to be Santa Claus?
I don't know. I came in here to buy a suit, and they sold me a red one.
Well, Schlepp, it is kind of loud there.
I feel like a stoplight. Well, Mary, tell Santa Claus. What do you want for Christmas, eh?
Can you put a mink coat in my stocking?
Why, certainly.
Boy, you are Santa Claus.
So am I, and you know it. Kenny, tell Santa Claus what you want.
Oh, I'm too big for that stuff.
Ah, speak up, Kenny boy. What would you like to find in your stockings Christmas morning?
Me, my feet are cold.
Oh, you're too practical there.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Hello, little boy.
Look, Santa Claus is my papa.
He is?
Sure. Hey, Santa Claus, ain't you my papa?
Go home, Pincus. You're spoiling the illusion.
So that's your little boy. Well, tell me, Schlepp, what does your wife think of you being Santa Claus?
My, Jackie, she's overdoing it. Every night when I come home for supper, she feeds me reindeer.
Reindeer for supper. How do you like it?
Fine, but the horns give me indigestion.
Well, we got to be running along. Say goodbye to Santa Claus.
Goodbye, Sandy.
Goodbye, kiddies.
Hey, Schlepp, when am I going to see you again?
Well, I'll tell you, Jack. I'll be coming down your chimney when I come. I'll be coming down your chimney when I come.
You'll be coming down my chimney.
He'll be coming down your chimney.
I'll be coming down when smoke gets in my eyes.
He'll be coming down the chimney when he...
Can't you hear me calling when the snow is gently falling?
He'll be coming down the chimney when he...
I would like a cup of tea with a banjo on my knee.
He'll be coming down the chimney. He'll be coming down the chimney.
I'll be coming down the chimney when I... Chimney, 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 chimney. Figaro, 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 Figaro. Figaro! Ha, 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 ha.
We'll be waiting, Santa Claus. Let's go home, kiddies.
This is the time of the year when all the family will soon be home. And here's a grand dessert that all the family will love. The name of it is Apple Lime Whip. And you like it especially because it's delicious fruit dessert that's always seasonal. Here's how you make it. Dissolve 1 package of lime jello in a pint of hot water. Chill until cold and syrupy. Then place in a bowl of cracked ice and whip with a rotary egg beater until it's deliciously fluffy. Fold in 1 cup of applesauce and turn into a mold. When it's chilled firm and ready to serve, you'll be delighted with Apple Lime Whip. For whipped lime jello has a grand and luscious color, a lovely creamy green, and molded with applesauce, it makes a wonderful flavor combination. Smooth, rich, and delicious. try this brand new dessert tomorrow. But just be sure you make it with the one and only genuine Jell-O.
We're a little late, so good night, folks.
Jell-O. Kenny Baker appears on the Jell-O program through the courtesy of Mervyn LeRoy Productions. The melody, I'm in My Glory, is from the star of the picture Merry Go Round.
This is Chesterton Radio, the true, good, and beautiful at chestertonradio.com.
Don't turn that dial. This is the right station if you want to hear about Jonathan Thomas and his Christmas on the Moon. Well, Christmas night will soon be here. And I know you children will want to hear of Jonathan Thomas and the Man in the Moon, and the talking horse will find Santa soon. Of course, you remember what happened, no doubt. But if you don't, well, it's all about the wicked squibbobliums who stole Santa Claus. They're going to be punished for breaking the laws. And poor old Santa is sad as can be, because he's got to get home right away, don't you see, to fill up his pack and start on his way to reach all good children before Christmas Day. But don't you worry, I'm sure he'll be found. So sit very still and don't make a sound. The Man in the Moon and Gorgonzola the horse and Jonathan Thomas, too, of course, have traveled far on a dangerous road, past the dragon's cave and the home of a toad. And oh, my goodness, that wicked old witch who rules o'er the land of Rumpelstitch has cast her spells and brewed her magic. And I'm sure the story would be quite tragic if it wasn't because of the good fairy queen who always spoils the old witch's scheme. But once, in the nightmare forest deep, Jonathan Thomas fell sound to sleep. It was the old witch's fault, for she worked a spell, and you may be sure that it would have worked well, but the good fairy queen knew a wonderful charm. It woke the little boy up and saved him from harm. Then they saved the life of a little elf king who claimed to be king of any old thing. So he gave them a key to the doors in the wall and said choose the right door to enter. That's all. They tried to be careful, but the wall was so long that the door that they entered was the door that was wrong. And wherever they looked, they saw mirrors so grand, and it turned out to be it was Looking Glass Land. Then a very fine guard took them straight to the palace, where they soon met the ruler, whose name was Queen Alice. And they soon discovered that she was their friend, for she gave them a whistle that would help them no end. When the little boy blew it, it so changed his size, he grew tall as a giant before all their eyes. And now, let us see what has happened since then, for here's where the story begins again.
For goodness gracious sakes to Jiminy Crickets and Screw-Whoosh. You growing higher and higher and higher, Jonathan Thomas. Whatever shall you do?
For goodness sake, if you please, how am I to stop growing, Your Majesty?
There's no need for alarm, for you have the charm, and you'll stop growing in a trice. For I said to you, all you need to do is to blow the whistle twice, and then you'll grow small, and you'll continue to fall, till you can't be seen at all.
Goodness gracious. What a wonderful thing to do.
I'm bigger than a giant, I bet. Even bigger than my daddy. Now that I know I can grow smaller whenever I wish, I'm not afraid anymore.
Yeah. How's the weather up there, Jonathan Thomas?
It's colder than 2 times 2, and it's snowing a little bit. And I can see ever so far.
Don't move around for gracious sakes, or you'll step on us just as sure can be. And all that would be left would be just a grease spot.
This is a very wonderful, Your Majesty. I'll bet the bad squibbobliums will be afraid of me when they see how big I am.
That's the purpose of my plan, for I want to help just all I can. For what would Christmas ever be without old Santa and a Christmas tree? And think how sad all the girls and boys if he didn't come around with his bag of toys.
We're mighty grateful to you, Your Majesty, Queen Alice, and we're mighty glad that we came to your palace.
I think I'm getting a little bit tired of being so tall now. If you please, maybe I better blow the whistle twice and grow small again.
Very well, if you choose. You've nothing to lose. Just blow it twice, and then in a trice, you will start to grow short once more. But when you arrive at your 4 feet 5, blow it again, or you'll sink through the floor.
Look out, everybody, 'cause I'm ready now to go short.
Be careful now, Jonathan Thomas, and don't grow too short.
I won't, really. Now, all ready. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and 4 to go.
My gracious to goodness, here he comes.
Oh, my goodness. I'm growing shorter, faster than 2 times 2 and 3 times 3. I wish my daddy could see me now. Daddy'd be surprised. He wouldn't know what in the world to do.
Be sure to stop, Jonathan Thomas.
I won't forget, if you please. Look out, everybody. Here I come. I'm growing shorter and shorter and shorter. Here I'm almost there.
Blow the whistle, Jonathan Thomas. Hurry, quicker than quick.
Oh, my goodness. That was the most fun I ever had. I liked being a giant, only I wouldn't like being a giant all the time, 'cause I like being myself better.
Now that you know how the trick is done, promise not to tell even a single one.
I promise, Your Majesty, if you please. I won't tell.
Of course not.
And now, if you don't mind, and I know it's not kind, but the hands of the clock do show that you mustn't wait, for it's growing late. It's time that you both should go.
Yes, it is, isn't it? We got to hurry, too. If we're going to rescue Santa Claus in time for Christmas.
You've been very kind, Your Majesty, and we are as grateful can be. Yep. And if there's ever a way that we can repay, just let us know, and you will see.
Oh, thank you, sir. It's very sweet, and I hope that again we'll very soon meet. And now, I'll wish you luck on your way, and hope for a visit some other nice day. Goodbye, Master Jonathan Thomas. And don't forget about your promise.
I won't, Your Majesty.
Goodbye.
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 Oh, down the road we go again, you and I, 2 very brave men. For I'm as brave as you, and you're as brave as I. We ramble along, singing our song, and never say die. Oh, down the road we go again, you and I, 2 very brave men.
Oh, magic mirror on the wall, open your eyes and tell me all. Where on the road is Jonathan Thomas, who is trying so hard to keep his promise?
Oh, mighty witch of Rumpelstitch, they've left the looking-glass land, and they travel along as they sing a song, with magic at their command.
Their magic is small and doesn't matter at all against the magic that I shall brew. I'll change into a tree. Just you wait and see. I'll show them everything at you.
From what you've said, you're out of your head. It's so very plain to see. You may brew your brew, but I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense to me.
Just you wait and see, and stop talking back to me. I'll change to a tree before you count 3. Along the path they roam, and when they arrive, if they're still alive, they'll wish that they'd stayed home. when they see the game that I've played, they'll forget where they're going or what they've gone after when they walk into my shade.
If you don't mind me saying, this game that you're playing is risky as it can be. You'll no doubt be happy, but you'll also be sappy if you insist on being a tree.
You think you're smart, but I'll play my part. I'll stop their foolish notions. They'll have me to thank when their minds go blank because of my magic potions. Little Jonathan Thomas, I'll show you how I keep my promise. Little Jonathan Thomas.
Road we go again, you and I, two very brave men. For I'm as brave as you, and you're as brave as I. We'll ramble along, singing our song, and never, never say die.
That's right. Never, never say die.
Oh, Mr. Man in the Moon, we'll never say die. Oh, but I'll have to say him as tired as 2 times 2. Oh, maybe we could stop and rest a little while in the shade of that tree over there.
That's a very good idea, Jonathan Thomas. We'll stop and rest for a minute or two. Yes, sirree, Bob. That's what we'll do. There's nothing better than I can see than to rest in the shade of that old tree. Come on, Jonathan Thomas. Hurry up!
Oh, my goodness, there they go. And that's just what the wicked old witch wanted them to do. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Once they get into the shade of that old tree, which is really the witch in disguise, they'll lose their memory and forget where they're going and all about poor old Santa Claus. Oh, my gracious, what will happen next? I can hardly wait for the next story about Jonathan Thomas to find out. Oh, I won't forget to listen, and you won't either, will you? I should say none.
You are listening to Chesterton Radio at chestertonradio.com.